Take you live, though, to Chicago. A big day for former President Donald Trump, who in just a matter of hours will address the National Association of Black Journalists for the first time. The invitation to speak and the acceptance by the former president prompting at least one person within the NABJ to step down. The city of Chicago now preparing for protests today. Some attendees calling out the former president's contentious past with Black White House reporters, and others saying Mr. Trump's invitation is not an endorsement. Our Nick Smith is in downtown Chicago this morning with the fallout and the decision that has now divided this group. Nick, good morning.
Brooke, good morning. You know, this year's race will be unlike any other. Mr. Trump has doubled down on his efforts to court black voters. That's why the 45th president will speak to a panel of journalists this morning to directly address issues impacting the black community. In his campaign address, Mr. Trump announcing today that his remarks to Trump campaign highlighting President Trump's accomplishments for the black community and pointing to what they say are historic rates of black voters who now support his candidacy. However, the latest polling from Morning Consult conducted over the weekend found 73% of black voters are supporting Vice President Harris, compared to just 19% who say they're voting for the former president. In a statement posted to X on Monday, NABJ President Ken Lemon writing that while the group doesn't endorse candidates, they look forward to our attendees hearing from former President Trump on the critical issues our members and their audiences care about. And Brooke, it's important to note that presidential candidates are regularly invited to speak here at NABJ conventions. President George W. Bush and John Kerry also spoke at the convention, as did former President Bill Clinton and did Barack Obama. Brooke?
Nick, we mentioned that this decision has come with some backlash from members within the NABJ. Those who are against the decision, what are they saying?
You know, Brooke, just to be completely transparent, I've been here since Monday. I have been a member of NABJ for years. And, Brooke, so many were not aware that the former president would be speaking. And we immediately saw backlash when the announcement was made. In fact, take a look. One of the tweets that we saw as soon as Mr. Trump's appearance was announced was we were hearing about how the decision was to welcome the 45th president, drawing intense backlash from members, including its leaders. Almost as soon as today's Q&A was announced, members were publicly coming out against it. NABJ convention co-chair, Washington Post columnist Karen Attiah, saying she's stepped down primarily because she says she wasn't consulted in any way about the decision to include the former president in this week's events. Another prominent NABJ member and Trump critic, Jamil Hill, taking to X, saying in part that if the majority of NABJ members is against Trump being there, the organization should listen. And while 2017 NABJ Journalist of the Year April Ryan pointed to President Trump's attacks on black women journalists, calling the invite, quote, a slap in the face. However, not everyone was against the decision. Atlanta Journal-Constitution Washington correspondent Tia Mitchell proudly claiming to have helped organize President Trump's remarks, highlighting it's an opportunity for journalists to interview the next potential president of the United States. Again, Brooke, I cannot help but highlight that there are just some who are against hearing from the former president. Others are excited to have him here to answer questions directly, particularly those issues affecting members of the African-American community. They feel it's their opportunity to put his feet to the fire. Brooke?
The group especially divided, though, this morning. Nick Smith in downtown Chicago for us. Thanks so much.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.